march to the beat of your own drum. That's how I've always been. That's how I always will be. Do what pleases you, what you are, who you are, how you are. If it's not hurting anybody else, if you're not an arsehole and you're causing problems for other people, making their life bloody miserable, then march to the beat of your own drum. I learnt that a long time ago, and I'm going to put a picture up in a minute, and that picture is a picture of my mum. There might even be a picture of me with my mum, but she is the role model of how I live my life. Sadly, she died a few years back, and I miss her. Because like I said, she was the role model for me. I probably didn't realise till a lot later in life that she marched to the beat of her own drum. She was her own character. She'd have gone through the war years. That particular time, I was born not long afterwards, and I look back at her life and some of the things she told me, and even in those years as the younger woman, she marched to the beat of her own drum. She didn't fall into what everyone else was doing and everything. Saying that, again, she wasn't doing it in a way that made her an arsehole to society. Society would have said, yeah, a woman well established within society. But when you knew her, and underneath, you could see she marched to the beat of her own drum. And like I said, it took a lot of years before I realised that. And when I realised, I thought, flipping good on you, because you passed that on to me. And I've done that right from a very young age. Probably in lots of ways where I was never a nasty bloody kid to people, but I would go my own way. And if I knew people wanted me to sort of go that way, I would in some way or the other go that way. And it might sound totally bloody bonkers, but when I was at school, probably it'd be coming up to the years just before you leave, and bless their heart, the school at that time would try and help you out, maybe get some sort of idea where you wanted to go in life. And that's when the beat of my own drum come in, because psychologically I knew when any of these came to and said, what do you want to be when you leave school? Where? And something was just telling me they wanted to hear, oh, I want to be a brain surgeon, I want to be Prime Minister, I want to be a policeman, I want to be this. And it was wrong, really. But my character kicked in and it said, oh, I don't want to frickin' play this game, I don't want to bloody give them the stupid things that everybody comes back with. So, what would you like to be when you leave school? A tramp. to other countries probably call it a hobo. Oh, come on now, you don't want to be a tramp when you leave school. I do, yeah, I want to be a tramp. And I was just saying it as a shock tactic. It probably did help me. So, if you march into the beat of your own drum, have a little bit of sense as to where it might be beneficial for you if you sort of do a little bit of a side step. Anyway, I left school and I did jobs, army career, about 40 years in the catering trade career. So I did well. I didn't actually manage to do that. But yeah, getting back to marching to the beat of your own drum, you know who you are, what's inside, how you are, and yeah, we have to fit in with society. We have to play the games, play the rules, obey laws. I'm not saying being an arsehole, but within that there's the area where you are there. That's your character, it's your life, your character. And if you allow people and society and things like that to sidetrack you off it, you can be very freaking unhappy. And that's in lots of different ways, whether it's sexual orientation, things you like, the way that you like to do things, even the simple things like what you eat, what you don't eat and everything. Look at newspapers, magazines now, every day want to say, don't eat this, it's not good for you. Bloody hell, if you went by that, we'd all be bloody dead now because we wouldn't be eating anything. Talking about eating anything, Carolina Reaper soup. Marching to the bloody beat of my own drum. Some people maybe, why do you freaking drink soup all the time? Well, I don't. I don't drink soup all the bloody time. But generally for a video, I'll do it. Why? Because I bloody want to. Because one, Carolina Reaper is much better in bloody soup than it is sitting here with a bloody cup of coffee with it in. I'm not that bloody off track. That goes good. Woohoo! Marching to the beat of your own drum. So it's the same with lots of things in life, whether it's goth, whether you're metal, whether you're just an everyday sort of man, woman. It has to be your beat. Now, because I tend to go goth, and that is my beat, I should never look at other people and say, oh, come on, this is the only thing in life, you have to be this. Because it's not how it works. Some people are goth, and some people are not. Some people are metal, some people are not. Some people are doctors, some people are not. Some people are parents, some people don't want to be parents. Whatever it is, you've got to accept that they're marching to the beat of their drum. And in life, time and time again, people come along that try and turn you off onto another drum, and when you look at the drum that people are trying to sidetrack you onto, it's their drum. So always think about that. If you don't feel that you're marching to the beat of your own drum, when things come along in life, think about it and think, okay, does that march to my drum? Is it marching to their drum? Whatever it is. People can say to you, why do you wear all this sort of thing? Why do you wear that? Why do you do this? Why? And some of you will have heard these things. Come with me. I'll go shopping with you. I'll show you what to buy and everything. Well, sounds like there's some logic in there. But then go back to the beat of your own drum. What are they doing? They're going to take you shopping. They'll buy everything that they wear. Bits that they do and put in. And where do you end up? Marching along on their drum. Clone of those. Oh, no, you shouldn't be like that. You should be like this. Well, what makes their beat and marching the beat and march? It doesn't, because we've all got our own. Each and every person. I can't say that that person is marching the same, that one's marching the same. We might be going along in the same direction with lots of things echoing each other, but at the end of the day, their march is their march, and not any two is going to be identical. Identical. That's what they're bloody days. So yeah, like twins, you can call twins identical, but if you scrutinise them, I would say it's virtually impossible to get identical. There is something that's just there. So I'm not going to go into loads of details, but I wanted to bring it up that lots of people in life, online, within government, with whatever, want you to march to their drum. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do any of it, because that would make us arseholes. Look at it and say, that's good. Yeah, I can incorporate that into my march. That's good. But incorporating something into your march isn't changing you. It's just probably enriching your march, but it will still be your march. So, yeah, without going into flipping loads of time today, pieces of my life marching to the beat of my own drum. I've had lots of people trying to dissuade me and tell me to do this and tell me to do that, and you're this, and you'll get all that bloody and it doesn't matter. Decide what your beat is, your march, go along it. I get probably people would say, because you goth or whatever, oh, if you goth, when you go to town, when you go here, when you go there, people's going to act like this towards you, people's going to blah, 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 that towards you. Yeah, it can happen, there's no doubt about that, it can happen, but a lot of it is to do with your march. And if you're marching and you're being a bit of an arsehole, some of that is probably right. If you're marching and you're like a bloody horse with these leather blinkers on, probably much like that too. Then again, there is real life, and real life will throw some crap at you. But I've said many times, I go to town, people want to talk. They're not stopping to give you bloody shit, they're stopping because they want to talk. And so my march, my beat, attracts people that want to be involved on the outskirts of it, want to talk to you. And it might not necessarily be about what you are. It's just enough that they feel, want to talk to that bloke. And they do that because you're confident and you're marching and it's your drum. And lots of people that can't do that, they want to do it, just can't march to their own drum. Respect the fact that you can. I get told many times, I wish I could do what you're doing. I so want to flipping do it, I just ain't got the guts to do it. I haven't got the inclination and the strength to bang that bloody drum and to carry on with it. So, if you feel that you're not marching to your own drum, sit back with yourself, look at what you do, what you don't do, figure out your beat, and all I can say is start marching, follow it, because it's the only way you'll do it. If you're doing it and sometimes you think, oh, am I a bit of a dropout of society, am I this, am I that, then look at it in a different way. Look ahead of yourself, listen to the beat and the march, and you'll get to understand that no, I'm just being me, an individual walking through life. Everybody else to the greatest degree is marching to their drum. So don't feel that you shouldn't march to yours. For those watching that feel, I don't think I've ever had a drum and I'd love one, then look inward and figure what is you, what makes you happy. If you're older, look back at your life and what things really inspired you, what things really made you blossom. Was there a subculture that I was in and thought, well, it's just something you're in for a while and you walked out again? Maybe you need to walk back. Whatever, we can all do it. So, march to the bloody beat of your own drum. Saying that, I can't do the same as what I'm saying other people do. It's something personal. I can't even say you should or you shouldn't. But if you do, you're certainly a lot bloody happier because you're being you. And you've only got to look at the news and history or whatever. Look at people that march to the beat of their own drum. Be one of them. Woohoo. So I'm going to frickin' beat some of this. So what? Bang, bang, bloody bang. Catch you later.